All right, so maintaining a focus of saucha or purity, inner purity, as we move through our practice today. Another way we can stay pure is through breath. Most of the toxins in our body are released through the breath. So why don't we start with a breathing meditation. So sit nice and tall. Good, just draw the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back and release them down. And then invite the eyelids to close and just take a nice long, easy breath and exhale. Just consciously letting go of any impurities, any negativity. Again, long, easy in breath. Exhale, letting go. And then just place one hand on the belly. And as you inhale, just feel that belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the belly contract. So draw the belly in. Good, again, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Inhaling sort of fresh prana, life force energy. Exhaling toxins, exhaling stress, exhaling that which you do not need. So just simple abdominal breathing. And then moving into 3-part breath by, as you inhale, first expand the belly and then expand the ribs. Then expand the upper chest. And then exhaling, release breath from the upper chest, the middle chest, and then the lower chest. So long, easy in breath and long, easy out breath. And noticing how the simple act of just being mindful of your breath, noticing how it sort of soothes the nervous system, how it brings a focus into the present moment, how it helps settle the body. And so often when we breathe, we're just utilizing a small portion of our lungs. So inhale and just feel the breath expanding through the lungs, the rib cage. This is one aspect of saucha, purity. And then just reflecting on what it is you'd like to receive from your yoga practice today. What's coming up for you as you are mindful of the breath. And then create an intention for our time together. And with awareness of that intention, take in the sound of the bell, following it to the end. Good, and then let's rub the hands together in front of the face, just generating some heat and warmth. Good, and then release the hands an inch away from the face, just feeling the energy radiating off the hands. And then gently begin massaging the face. Noticing any tension in the jaw or the forehead, the face. Good, and then release the hands back down to the lap. And then inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. And exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Good, relax the shoulders down. Feel a stretch to the back of the neck. And then roll the head to the right, just so the right ear is over the right shoulder. Good, roll the chin down and then bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Good, release the chin back down and then lift the head back up and then roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, release back and down. Good, nice big movement with the shoulders. And as you exhale, just imagine any tension sliding off the shoulders. Just let the weight of the world slide off. And then reverse direction. And then let that motion come to stillness. And then reach the arms out to the sides. Bring the hands together overhead. Good, interlace the fingers. And then inhale, just lift up. Nice long spine. And then with the fingers interlaced, turn the palms up and lift up. Good, and then slowly lower the hands behind the head, chin up, elbows wide. Good, and then lower the hands onto the shoulders and draw little circles with the elbows. And then reverse direction. Good, and then release the hands down. And let's bring the left hand over to the right knee, right hand behind you. So inhale, lift, and exhale, twist, looking over the right shoulder. Good, and return back to center and then switch sides. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, and return back to starting position. And then take hold of the knees and draw a big circle with the torso. And then reverse direction. Good, and let that motion come to stillness. And now stretch the feet out in front of you. Slide back here. And then let's point and flex, toes, heels, toes, heels. And then circle the feet around the ankles. Good, and now let's lean back onto the elbows. And then draw the right knee to the chest, lift that foot up, and then slowly extend the leg down. So inhale, knee to chest and foot up, and then exhale, lengthen the leg down. Just move with the breath. Good, and then lengthen that leg down. And then same thing other side. Draw the left knee to the chest, lift up, extend it down. Good, knee to chest, lift up, and extend down. Good, and then release that motion. And now let's take the tennis ball and bring the ball underneath your right knee. And then squeeze the calf towards the thigh, lifting up through the torso. Good, and then slide that leg straight up, but keep the ball underneath your knee, and then press the back of the knee against the ball, and then gently massage the right kneecap. Good, and then release that motion. And before we do the other side, just pause and wiggle the legs side to side and notice the difference between the right and left knees. Good, so same thing other side. So take the ball under your left knee, just squeeze the calf towards the thigh. Nice straight spine. Good, and then lengthen the leg out, pressing the knee against the ball, and then gently massage the left kneecap. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness, and just rock the leg side to side. Good, and now take the ball in the hands, and then just just massage the hands with the ball. Good, and now squeeze the ball into the right hand. Squeeze, 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 and then circle the hand around the wrists. And then same thing other side. Squeeze the ball in the left hand, and then circle the hand around the wrist. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness. Now we can put the ball off to the side for now. And then let's come around into table pose. So coming onto the hands and knees, with the wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Let's do a little side to side stretching. So lower the hips over to your right as you turn to look over the left shoulder. Good, and then lift back to neutral. And then lower the hips to your left as you look over the right shoulder. Good, and then back to neutral. And then just do side to side. So exhale to the side, inhale to center, exhale other side. Good, and then return back to starting position. And then let's step the knees together. And as you inhale, swing the right knee to the nose. Exhale, stretch the right leg back, head up. Good, inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, swing back. Just move with the breath. Knee to nose and swing back. Good, and then swing that foot back and hold. And then point and flex, toe heel, toe heel. Good, and then reach the left arm out in front of you if you have your balance, turning the thumb up. Good, and then release, hand and knee back down. Same thing other side. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, swing that leg back. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, swing back. Just moving with the breath. And then swing that leg back and hold. And then point and flex. Good, and then point the toes back as you reach the right arm out in front of you. Good, and return hand and knee back to the earth. And now let's separate the knees, hips width apart, hands, shoulders width apart. And then take in a breath and exhale into cat tilt. Arch the back, chin to chest. And then inhale into dog tilt. Just move with the breath. Exhale into cat tilt. Inhale to dog tilt. Good, and then return back to starting position with flat back, head down. And then take in a breath, and as you exhale, bring the right ear to your right hip. Inhale to center, exhale, left ear to left hip. Inhale to center, and just move with the breath. Exhale to the side, inhale to center, exhale other side. Good, return back to starting position. And step the big toes together and then shift back to extended child pose, sitting on the heels, forehead down. Nice long, easy breath. Good, and then lifting the hips back up. And then come into position standing on your knees. Good, knees about hips width apart. And then raise the arms up in front of you. Bring up a slight squeeze in the buttocks to support the low back. And then as you inhale, shift the torso back, and exhale, come forward. Good, inhale, shift the torso back, and exhale, come forward. Just moving with the breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. Good, and then inhale back and hold. Good, and then come back to neutral, and then lower the hands down. I'm gonna turn this way. And let's come into gate pose. So stretch your right foot out to the right. And you can have the toe pointing forward or to the side, just whatever foot position feels most natural to you. And then right hand is on the leg. You want to lift the torso up so we're not folding forward or twisting to your right, but keep the shoulders over the hips. Okay, so right hand's on the leg, left arm out to the side and up. And then as you inhale, stretch up, exhale, gently arch over towards your right. Nice long, easy breath. Gate pose. Look up at the left hand if that works for your neck. Good, and then release the hand down, draw that right foot in, and then same thing other side, stretch the left leg out, again toes either pointed forward or to the side. Bring the left hand on the leg, right arm out to the side and up, and then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, arch to your left. Good, and then release, lift back up, and then slide that knee back to kneeling position. Good, so let's find our way up to a standing position. If you can do it without using your hands, great. And then as you come to a standing position, find your tennis ball. And let's bring the ball underneath the right foot. And then just gently roll the ball up and down the foot. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness, bringing the ball right underneath the ball of the foot, and then release the heel down, right heel. Keep the torso nice and tall, and then just gently lean forward, so getting a good stretch in the underside of the foot. Good, and then release, and now move the ball underneath the heel of the foot, right side still, and then step directly on the ball. Good, and then release, and then once again, roll the ball up and down. Good, and then step off the ball, and then step side to side, and just notice the difference between the right and left feet. Noticing if the right foot feels a little freer. Good, and then same thing other side. So take the ball into your left foot, and then roll it up and down. Good, and then bring the ball into the ball of the foot. Bring the heel down and then gently lean forward. Good, and then release, bring the ball into the heel, and then gently step on the ball. Good, and release, and roll the ball up and down. Good, and then release. And now let's place the ball in between the ankles or the heels. And then squeeze the ball together. And then gently roll onto the balls of the feet as you lift the heels up. And then it helps to find a drishti, a focal point, something stationary at floor level or eye level. And then a little more challenge, you can come into extended mountain. So reach the arms out to the sides and then reach the arms up over the head, keeping the arms directly over the shoulders into Utthita Tadasana, extended mountain. Good, and then release the heels down and lower the arms down. Good. All right, move the ball off to the side. And while we're on the subject of saucha, purity, let's do a nice cleansing breath. This is called the breath of joy. So start with the feet about hips width distance apart. Let the knees be soft. So this is 3 in breaths and 1 out breath. So it goes, and then exhale, ha, through the mouth. So inhale, 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 and then exhale. So here's how it goes. So inhale to center, inhale to side, inhale, center and up, exhale, ha, through the mouth. Nose, 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 mouth, ha. Inhale, 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 exhale. Ha. 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 Focus on the out breath to cleanse the lungs of any stale air. Ha. Ha. One more. And release, coming back to center. And then feel the effects of breath of joy. Good, so let's do half moon. Tuesday we did the moon, half moon salutation. Today we'll do just the regular posture. So shift the weight so we're balanced just in front of the heels. Activate the calves and the thighs. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift the ribs up evenly, shoulders back and down. And then activate the arms and slowly reach the arms out to the sides. Good, turn the palms up. And then release the arms overhead, interlacing all but the index fingers. Good, lengthen the arms up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch to the right. Good, and then lift back to center. Lift and lengthen, and repeat to the opposite side. Good, and then lift the torso back up, and then release the hands. Good, turn the palms down and slowly lower the arms down, and then bring the open palms to the small of the back, reaching the hips forward. Good, look up, arch back. Good, and then lift the torso up, fold forward from the hips as you slide the hands down the back of the legs, pulling the torso in towards the thighs. And then relax through the back of the neck. Unless you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, then keep the head at heart level or above. So let's hold here. Take awareness and breath right to the point of maximum stretch. And as you exhale, invite it to soften. Awareness and breath, right to sensation. Exhale, letting it soften. Good, and then bending the knees, sliding the hands back up to the hips. Lift the torso up, and then release the hands down and shake, shake, shake. Good, and then just pause and feel the effects of half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. All right, let's move into a balancing pose. Let's do chair pose. So step the feet about hips width apart. Place the hands on the thighs, and then keep the knees over the toes. So the knees aren't collapsing in, but keeping them separate. And then as you bend the knees, slide the hands down to on top of the knees, arch the back, and then reach the arms out in front of you like you're holding a basketball, and then bend the knees a little farther. Good. And then bring the palms together in front of the heart. Lift that right elbow up, place it outside the left knee, looking to your left. Good, and then lift back to center and switch sides. Come on back to center. And then slowly lifting back up. And release. Long, easy breath. Exhale, letting go. All right, we're going to come into it again and offer a little more challenging variation of chair. So, all right, so knees over the ankles, hands on the thighs. Once again, bend the knees, arch the back, and then reach the arms out in front of you to shoulder height. And now if you have your stability, lift the heels up and see if you can lower the knees a little farther. And now notice what happens to the breath, and then let the breath become slow and deep. Maybe lift the heels a little higher, or not. You can keep your feet on the ground if that works better for you today. Good, and then release, lift the torso up, and then lower the heels, lower the arms, and shake, shake, shake. Good, so let's step the feet a little wider apart than hips width in a V position, torso nice and tall, and then just swing side to side. So exhale to the side, inhale in transition. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness, and let's step the feet together. And then shake, shake, shake. Good, and then step to the back of the mat. And then take a stride forward with your right foot. And then bend that right knee. Turn the left heel up. And then swing the arms alongside the ears, framing the ears with the bicep, coming into warrior. A bit of a balancing pose here, balancing strength and flexibility. Good, and then lower the arms. Let's step back. And then same thing other side. Step forward, left foot, nice long lunge. Good, lift that right heel off the mat. Those shoulders stay over the hips. And then bring the arms up. Good, and then release the arms down and let's spring back. Good. All right, let's find our way down to a seated position, just moving slowly through space. And then bring the hands underneath your bent knees and then gently rock up and down the length of the spine. And then let's rock onto the back and slide the left leg straight out on the mat. Let's squeeze that right knee up to the chest. And then holding that right knee up to the chest, lift the left leg straight up. And then exhale, slowly lower it back to the earth. Again, inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down and hold. Relax that left leg onto the mat. And now step that right foot on top of the left knee. Bringing the left hand on top of the bent knee, right arm out to the side in a T position, and then guide that knee over to your left as you turn to look over the right shoulder. Good, and then draw that knee up, roll the bent knee out to your right, and just pause for a few breaths. And then slide that right leg along the mat, and then just notice the difference between the right and left legs, noting if the right leg feels a little longer. And now let's lift the left knee, squeeze the left knee up to the chest, and then inhale, lift the right leg straight up. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Moving with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then lower that leg down and hold. And then place the left foot on top of the right knee. Bring the right hand on top of the bent knee, left arm out to the side, and then guide that knee over to your right as you look over your left shoulder. Good, and then lift that knee back to neutral, and then slowly lower the leg directly out to your left. And then slide that left leg along the mat. And then just invite the body to take any stretches or moves to complete your practice before finding your way into Shavasana, either seated or lying on the back for relaxation meditation. What would feel just right for you to complete your practice. As you find your way onto the back, let the arms and legs be a comfortable distance apart. Weight evenly balanced between the right and left sides. And invite the body to just fully and deeply relax. The world can wait. Coming back to deep abdominal breathing that we started our practice with today. Let each exhalation be a letting go. Saucha, purity. So with the body still and the breath slow and steady, mind calm, just noticing what insights are available to you. And from this place of inner attunement, just let your awareness come back to the fingers, return to the toes. Invite the body to stretch and move as I'm waking up for the first time today. And then finding your way back up to a seated position without disturbing your relaxation. And then once again, sitting nice and tall, just taking a deep breath and exhale, letting go. And then acknowledge yourself for taking this time to nurture yourself in body, mind, and spirit. And in gratitude for our time together, let's share in the ancient sound of peace and harmony, the sound of Om, by inhaling. Om, peace, peace, Om. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Claudia.
You're welcome.